Um, Hi, everyone. Welcome to our presentation on inequality and college accessibility, specifically in the United States. So my name is Jeel Daftary, and I am one of the mentors, and this is for group 7.
My name is Romaisa, and I'm one of the mentors.
And my name is Ayushma, and I'm one of the mentees.
Our main focus is on the education inequality in terms of college accessibility. We will be covering ideas such as college application resources, SAT prep courses, and common app assistance. One of the main problem that we will be looking at is the inequality when it comes to college application resources. So the problem is that not all students have accessibility to college resources uh, to help them to navigate the college admission process. So the sorry. Statistics shows that only 62% of the high school graduates enroll in a 2 year or 4 year college within 6 months of graduation. And 4 in 10 of these people are economically disadvantaged students, while 7 in 10 of the students are not economically disadvantaged. At 4 year universities, low income students enroll at half the rate, which is 24% of higher income students, which is 47%.
So the next topic that relates to this is SAT prep courses. And the problem here is that all students do not receive or have the same access to the same resources for SAT prep. And again, this goes because of economic hardships, as well as some schools having more funding and more resources than others. So in 2015, an analysis done by Higher Ed, it was found that the lowest scores were from families that were earning less than 20,000, and the highest scores were coming from families that were earning higher than 200,000. And it's not because these students were less intelligent, it's just because they had a lower income and they weren't provided with the same preparation as those from the higher income families. And upon making SAT scores optional, the University of Chicago saw a spike of 20% in applications from low income and first generation students. And finally, private schools graduating seniors who took the SAT with accommodations were able to score 4 times higher than the rate of their public school counterparts.
Moving on, we want to talk about financial aid assistance, which is essential for low income families. So, what's the problem here? Many students cannot afford to even apply to colleges, let alone pay for college itself, and do not know how to navigate the financial aid process. This leads to predatory institutions taking advantage. Now, many schools do not want low income students because the college won't be able to pay them without a major funding change. Outside of the few super elite universities with endowments, colleges' finances are designed around enrolling disproportionately high number of high income students. Now, this leads to an increase in predatory institutions. And so, a statistic is that from 1995 to 2015, enrollment at for profit colleges went up more than 460%. And a for profit college is an educational institution operated with the intention of making a profit, which promise a quick and easy degree to set students up for a career upon graduation. Now, the largest for profit colleges in the USA receive as much as 90% of their total funding from federal aid, which allows the school to target disadvantaged students. For example, today, Black students who suffer from the racial wealth gap make up 21% of students at for profit colleges, but only 13% of students at public colleges. And so many for profit recruiting techniques engage in predatory lending techniques, making low income students, veterans, single parents, and other non traditional students perfect targets.
So, after analyzing all these problems, how can we go about fixing this issue? Now, we've listed some solutions here, but of course, these are not permanent solutions. It's simply things that we can do as students to help others after us. So, one of the solutions is students taking charge. And An example of this is that many college students have made free programs to give tips and resources to anyone on how to apply and go about on college applications. And this was done through creating Instagram accounts and following seniors who are struggling and giving them daily tips on different parts of the college application process.
Similarly, many schools are also making alumni networks so students can reach out to graduating seniors for help and advice on college applications.
So there are many free resources available to help students, one of them being Khan Academy, and they are partnered with College Board to offer free SAT prep and practice tests. However, a major drawback here is that only 10 practice tests are offered, whereas students who have the money to afford more expensive SAT prep can gain access to many more practice tests and questions. And studies have shown that the more hours you put into studying with more test prep material, the higher you're likely to score. So this comes as a disadvantage to lower income students who cannot afford expensive SAT prep.
Another great resource is YouTube. So students can watch videos on what worked for SAT takers and how to study. But one drawback is that these videos can mention resources that some students may not have access to, which again impacts disadvantaged students.
College Navigator is another free resource that provides free information on schools and other criteria. However, not everyone has access to computers or internet at all times to access such information, which puts them at disadvantage. Now, the work is not done. Leaders need to create more resources to make college accessibility more equal for all students. This also includes cracking down on predatory for profit schools that prey on disadvantaged students.
So thank you for listening to our presentation. You can find us here to ask us any questions on the following listed emails, and these are the resources that we've used for our presentation. Thank you.